Just different.
Back to the Rosen Podcast. We got another episode of 21 Questions. I got a special guest here today. Before I get to the special guest, I need y'all to go to TerryRosen.com. Check out all of the merch, all of the events, all of the podcasts. We dropping the podcast every day in the month of March. So you probably have missed a lot of those. This is going to be probably the 15th or 16th of the month. You know, they've been going pretty well. We've been rolling. Huh? I said March?
Yes, you said
March is crazy. March is crazy. I might run it back in March. It might be March Madness. Fuck it. You know, how many days is in March? 31?
31.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit again. February. February. We're gonna make Black History. Shit. It's a leap year. Ain't it a leap year next year?
Yeah,
fuck that.
2024.
Not February either.
I
All
mean,
right.
shit, still 4 less days.
Yeah, absolutely. But my guest, Sind.
Hi, Terry.
You want to let them know who you are, what you do while you're here?
I'm here because we just gonna talk some shit and have some good conversation from my understanding. But I'm Cindy. I met Terry years ago working on a podcast and production. So I do a lot of creative logistics in digital media, television, podcasting. Got my own production company. Work with What's the Word. Just outside.
What is creative logistics? I never heard of that one. I'm gonna type that shit on LinkedIn.
It's actually my specialty. It's more so I work specifically for creative businesses. So there's business operations in general, but I like working with creative specifically. So that when I say like creative logistics, like I put it to, because logically people always like logical people can't be creative, right? But I like to merge the two.
I think I'm logical and creative.
I think a lot of people can be.
Yeah.
But you're usually stronger in one suit.
Yeah.
And I think honestly what I found, I'm not gonna say I started because I still am, but I started as a creative, but I found that like my specialty was in the logistics of things, in behind the scenes. Like I can be on camera, I could do all that shit, like whatever I could create is cool. But I really figured out when I used to work, I used to coordinate fashion shows.
Okay.
And it would blow my mind like how many of my clients never thought about how you need a space for your models to change. Yeah. Or what you need to do to make sure the crowd's still engaged in between sets. Like there were so many minor details that people just don't think about because they lost in the sauce, but the clothes, the music, whatever. So
absolutely, that's dope, man. That's dope. I need a job in the creative space, the digital. Bree was here last week and she told me she was going to teach me digital marketing.
Are you gonna let her?
Yeah, I've been taking Google courses on digital marketing, SEO.
Oh.
I'm taking a course on SEO right now.
Okay.
And somebody told me like if you're an SEO specialist, you could come in making like $170,000. And I Googled that shit and it said $56,000. So I'm like, what is this nigga?
Starting kind of high.
What is this nigga talking about?
But they have jobs that go up that high. I think to back up a little bit, I think you have a job in the creative space. Like, what is this?
This is my business. You know, this is
creative.
It's cool. I need a salary right now though.
Bro,
just
you
right
don't
now.
Talk about that shit.
Just right now.
I literally just got out of my salary gig and I'm like,
Man,
I'm in a place of transition right now. If you want me to be completely honest with you, I'm well gone. It was not a healthy situation to be in.
Okay.
But it was like before I took that job, I swore I was never going back corporate. Like I was never going back to a real job. But the opportunity fell in my lap. It made sense, and it was the perfect bridge of like everything I wanted to do. It was remote. Like I still had the flexibility, so I'm like, fuck it, why not? And I fell in love with the stability of the income. Mm-hmm. When you got your own business, it's not always stable. It's not always consistent.
Exactly.
So it's like, I know why you're saying you need to get back to the salary.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason. So I feel okay. But it's always interesting when you transition in life.
So it's a reason that I'm broke right now. That's what you're saying.
Basically. But you ain't gonna be broke forever. You got to hustle about you.
Yeah.
I believe you'll get there.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
So what are you gonna teach me though? Because Bree, you got one up, Bree. She said digital marketing.
Do I have to one up?
Yeah, are you teaching me creative logistics? What are you doing? What are we doing?
We could do that. We could go over business operations, and you can apply it directly to your creative business.
For sure.
I'll send you my invoice.
I'm gonna let y'all know if she lying, if she capping, like
ain't
that
no
rapper,
capping my rep, y'all.
like
know
that
that.
rapper we was talking about. I'm gonna let them know.
None of that.
I'm gonna send them at you like, do I have a hive?
Are you?
I don't have a hive. I ain't there yet.
What would you call them though, Terry? You could call them the roses.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't
that's
fucking with that.
You could do something though, like boom, right there. Put a little gangsta on it for you. Gang roses.
You ready for
Rose
these questions?
gang. Shit, I hope so. I already told you, don't have me coming over here.
Ladies first.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. You want to start deep or you want to start like?
Pause. Yeah, sure.
I hate men so fucking like so unnecessary. Okay, let's see. I won't get too deep.
I won't get too deep. It's crazy.
Which challenges you to be more vulnerable? Being in a committed relationship or being a parent?
Damn, the relationship for sure.
Really?
Maybe if I had a daughter, I would be more vulnerable. But my son is very like, yeah, do what I'm
But
telling you to do.
explain that more. Like, you don't think like you don't ever feel challenged to do it. Like, I get that you're saying you're not actively vulnerable with him.
Yeah.
But you don't never had that moment where it's like, damn, I should probably like put my guard down a little bit and like really rap with my son about this.
It don't feel like I'm putting the guard down.
Okay.
Like I'm talking to him about shit that's just man shit. Like everything is comfortable. I feel like if anything, he's the one being vulnerable. Like he get caught watching porn or some shit. Like I've been here before, my boy. I'm on the easy side of this shit this time.
Okay. That's interesting. So, I would kind of assume it's like a. I just think when I don't have kids, but like when I think about like what it takes to be a parent and like understanding what it is to be a child, and I think about moments like with my own parents where if you had just like explained something or just made yourself a little bit more vulnerable instead of standing behind, oh, I'm the parent or I'm this, like what it could have changed for us.
I'm kind of like that naturally, so that don't feel like vulnerability for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I already explained shit. My parents hate that shit because my son always asks why, and I tell him to ask people why. That's good. And my parents is like, they hate that shit, and I'm like, it might get on y'all nerves now when you ask him to clean up after himself. He asks you why, but later on in life, it's gonna pay off that he just don't do shit because people told him to.
Literally, don't let people like stop you from asking why. I tell adults that. Ask that shit all the time. It matters.
Motherfuckers will finesse you out here. You got to know, like, what the fuck am I doing this for? like, why would I do that? It backfires. Because one time he told me, like, I told him to clean his room. And, you know, I think the why makes him think more. And sometimes it kind of makes him an asshole. But
too smart for their own good.
Yeah, the nigga told me, like, I told him to clean his room. He was like, really, you should pay me to clean your room because you bought all this stuff, so I'm really cleaning your shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, so.
But you should have told him when I gave it to you, it became yours. So now it's your responsibility.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Okay, got it.
But he still cleaned the shit, though. That's when they had to be like, all right, nigga, like, just go do the shit. But, all right, let me see. My turn. What do we have? Let's see. Ooh, why do women dress more sexy when they're out with other women than with their boyfriend?
I had a feeling that's where this was going.
Yeah.
Well, one, I don't necessarily think that's true.
Okay.
I think women dress how they want when they want to for whatever. In the cases where it does apply, wait, repeat the last part was when they're with a man?
Yeah, their man.
Well, I mean, I feel like the bitches the women that applies to, that's because you're just too comfortable.
Too comfortable
with your man, like, and I ain't even gonna say too comfortable, right? Like, you should be comfortable. You should be able to look good to your man, even in your sweatpants. But I think if that's a consistent habit for you, maybe you want to look good because you with the girls and like, because girls will do that. They'll call you like, all right, so what vibe we on tonight? Like, we popping out, we just jeans and gym shoes, whatever. So you don't want to be the one friend in the group that's got the sneakers.
That's got the man.
They all
at home,
but the sneakers shouldn't equate to the man. It's not about that. Like, I could have a man at home and be out here wearing whatever I want to wear because I'm a grown ass woman. So it's like I'm probably doing that more so just go with the vibe of the crew. Whereas when I'm with my man, we probably chilling.
Facts. I do want to see the sexy shit too though. And exactly. I do feel like I agree. Women definitely could get too comfortable to the point where they don't feel like they have to impress this nigga no more. Which is crazy because
I think men do the same thing though.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Even if it's not in the exact same way as far as the clothing scenario, y'all stop buying flowers. Like, now all of a sudden dates aren't important. Like, you all do you have that same energy just in other ways.
Yeah. When you realize you locked in this relationship and this bitch not fun, dates do kind of be like, yeah.
But why does the bitch stop being fun? That's the question I need y'all to ask.
This is the question. Why? She probably wasn't. I was probably just excited. She probably was never fun.
Whatever you were doing to keep her fun, to keep her comfortable being in that side, you're not anymore. Do y'all? Wow. Anybody watch The Chi? You watch The Chi?
No.
I literally just watched the new episode the other day because people. I don't give a fuck if I'm spoiling. Y'all should see it by now. It was Keisha and Jake Emmett. Thank you, Keisha and Emmett. And he literally like, so it's just no fun, no fucking, no nothing. We just talk. All because she just wanted him to communicate when he was upset. All because she wanted him to consider like where this is coming from. And I felt like what made me just think of that is it's not that I'm not fun anymore. It's when you're in a committed relationship and time goes on and more like responsibilities. Now there's more layers in this relationship. Yeah. There are more things to consider. There's more things impacting us. We can keep that fun if, as these things that are impacting us continue to grow, we grow with them and we talk about them and you continue to make me feel safe. But if I'm not feeling safe or I'm not feeling appreciated or comfortable or whatever, I don't got time to be fun, my boy. Like,
you don't got time to be fun.
I'm over here damn near trying to keep my emotions together to not make sure I'm not nagging, but also still communicate, because how you not going to meet my needs? Like, it's a two-way street.
That's cool. And I respect it.
That's
However,
what men say before they say some fucked up shit.
You said what?
That's what men say before they say fucked up shit.
No, it's just like, I feel like, and it maybe women can't do it, but I feel like you got to compartmentalize. Like,
I do agree
we
with
might
that.
be in this bad space, but we can still have a good fucking day.
I agree with that. I don't think everything needs to be a conversation or relationship.
Yeah, we can compartmentalize this shit. All right, we ain't in the best space right now, but today, we finna have fun.
And then tomorrow,
what we gonna do?
We're going to talk about it, right?
It's Monday. It's cool.
Okay. I'll give you that as long as we're going to come back to it, because the problem with compartmentalizing is that easily becomes the habit.
Are you saying like if you never revisit the actual issue? Yeah, I'm cool with I'm cool with going into the issue, but I'm just saying like, because sometimes you could like, and I was just talking about this with somebody. Actually, this girl I'm dating, I was kind of telling her how I like to communicate through problems, and I was telling her like I like to talk about shit once. Okay. Right, like get it all out, because I'm not doing this again. Right, because that's when it becomes draining, when it's a 2-3 day conversation. So it's like, just because we talk about it once doesn't mean that I expect tomorrow to be a great day because we talked about it yesterday. You might still take a few days to let this shit go. I just don't want to keep talking about it for days. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. So yeah, we might compartmentalize, have fun today, and then tomorrow we revisit the conversation, and it might take a few days to get back all the way in a good space. And that's cool with me. Like, I'm cool with you having time to process shit and let shit go, but I just don't want to keep talking about the shit.
Which I think is fair, but I think it's damaging to be like, we can only talk about it once. Like, yeah, all right, bitch, we're not finna talk about this 3, 4, 5 times. But like, sometimes there might be a very valid question that didn't come up like in the moment. Like, sometimes as you're processing, you realize, hey, you know what I told you the other day bothered me about the situation? That's not even what bothered me. Like, I've had time to really think about it since we talked. I see where you're coming from. Here's actually why I was upset. Yeah. So, like, to not have that space to come back at all.
If you got new evidence, we can reopen the case. If you ain't got no evidence, bitch, listen. When I say evidence, I don't mean literal evidence. But if you got something new you bring into the conversation that's like pushes it different, cool. But if you just want to talk about, so did you really just did it? Listen. Fair. I'm not having the same conversation like over and over again, because I think that's literally what makes relationships draining. Yeah. Like, that's, if I could say one thing to make a relationship draining, it's the arguing that stretched over the course of days or a week. Like, that shit is crazy to me.
And if I could add a thing to that, I think the other piece that makes it draining is the emotional work that comes with ignoring the problems. Yeah. That's the other piece. So if we talking about it, that's draining. If we're not talking about it in a healthy way, but like if we're not talking about it at all, but like I still gotta coexist with you or feel like, that's draining. Nobody wants to do that. I don't, at least. I can't speak for everybody, but I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Let's see. What's your deal breaker in marriage?
What's my deal breaker in marriage?
Or what would it be?
If my wife had a side nigga, it's a wrap.
Really?
It's a wrap, yeah.
So you would take that from your girlfriend, but not your wife?
No, definitely not my girlfriend. No, anybody with a side. It's over with.
Why?
Because it's just, I think with women and how they are emotionally, I feel like if you fucking with a nigga, you like that nigga more than me.
Like, why can't he just be doing things that maybe you aren't doing for you? Like, I'm not gonna argue.
A side nigga is crazy. Cheating is one thing, but
you side bitch is crazy. What? Like,
I'm not comparing the two. You ask me, I don't have like
fair.
We're talking about one side of it, my side of it, my perspective, sir. Right? So my thing is just like, if you like you really kind of like have a level of consistency with a nigga to where like you fuck with this nigga in a like the long way. You fuck with this nigga over the course of months or years. How long you been fucking with this nigga? It's like, I just don't feel like women, like a nigga could be doing that and not give a fuck about this person. Certainly. I don't think that's the case with women. You really care about this nigga.
No. Now, in most cases, I'll give you a most case scenario.
Yeah, and I'm not even justifying men doing it because that's wrong too.
No. But it is absolutely possible for women to do that because
possible?
There's some.
Is it likely common?
I would even.
Is it the exception or the rule?
I would say that it's common. I might give you that it's not likely.
Okay.
Because something can be common and not be likely.
Yeah.
And I definitely think it's common. Like you watch the Mona girl, Don't Call Me White Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was just talking about this the other day. She was like, every relationship she's ever been in, she's always cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was never sexual. It was just like, maybe it was a talking thing, whatever. And you could literally tell in the way that the lady's talking about it. She didn't give a fuck about them niggas. Like, it was just, whether it's something to do, whether maybe they were able to give her something that he wasn't. Maybe I'm with you, your money a little funny. Boom. My side nigga coming through, baby. Don't you worry. We can eat steak tonight. I got you. You'll never know. And I'm not saying that I condone this shit. I've never done this. Yeah. But I'm just saying I know that it's possible.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I ain't fucking with it. It's just a level of disrespect. It's just a level of like betrayal, dishonesty. I'm just not.
I think a marriage should be sacred.
And it's very conscious. It's like a very conscious, like when it's continuous, this is the very conscious thing that you're thinking through. Like, let's say, now, don't get me wrong. I might leave a bitch for all of the above. So I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm just gonna work through all this other shit with a chick. But there's some shit that's just more like I get how that happened. Yeah. I feel like the side nigga shit is completely inexcusable. Like you got around your ex and was drunk or some shit.
Is your ex your side? Well, your ex could be your side nigga.
No. I ain't talking about side nigga. I'm saying like you got around your ex and it was drunk and some shit happened. It was like a one-off thing. Yeah. It's like. That's probably unforgivable, but it's a way more forgivable than you having a side nigga because this is something that was very conscious, premeditated, like, you know what I'm saying? Planned, like you had to move around me a lot. Like you had to do a lot of shiesty ass shit. Like our whole situation is just you being a shiesty ass bitch. Like,
but that's cheating in general. So like, it's just cheating.
Not all of it.
Nah, I mean, because there's layers to cheating, right? So I get why you say not all of it, but like. You can absolutely like that. I just as you were describing, it's like that's what niggas do on a daily. I know
niggas who legit like don't like they. I know niggas that legit cheat, but it's legit like I'm gonna go out. If I smash this bitch the first night, that's what happened. If I don't, this bitch not gonna know even have my phone number. Yeah. And if I don't get some more pussy in a year, then that's just what the fuck happened.
I've seen women like
that. But if a bitch folds, she folds. I know a lot of niggas like that.
I've seen women like that.
Yeah. So it's like, that's a completely, because you're not planning around nobody. It's not premeditated. It's not like this is what I woke up planning to do today.
I'm going to go out tonight if I do. So technically there's a layer of premeditation to it. There's a layer of deceit because I'm thinking you just going out to kick it with the guys, but you going out to find some coochie. You might be random coochie. It might be some coochie you're never going to see again, but you down to fuck walking out the door of our home.
Nah, it's not premeditated because it's like, premeditated is like this is a plan. When I'm talking about, it might not.
Your plan was to be open to fucking something random.
Your plan is to be open to doing something that might not happen. Like we might not even see a girl. You don't know who the girl is. Like we're not even there yet. It might not be no hoes there. We might go out for 30 minutes and they'll come back in the crib. Premeditated is like what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you got the plan, but I still feel like even being open to it, you're supposed to walk out the house knowing like I'm just going to kick it. I'm not even on that type of time.
Absolutely. So yes, and ideally cheating, we not condoning cheating
ever.
But I'm not Jesus, and I do feel like all sins are not equal in my world. Like,
so a side nigga is the absolute.
Yeah, that shit ain't. That's a whole nother level of disloyalty. That shit is crazy to me. I think it's crazy for men though.
I'm gonna cheat and ask another question. Is that, I know the answer, but like, is that worse than her getting pregnant by somebody?
No.
And even if you don't even know, you would think this your kid. The kid looks like you. Crazy as fuck. Now you don't got your genes.
That's the worst shit ever. And I think bitches getting locked up in Tennessee for that now. I think we just talked about that.
For falsely
maternity fraud. That's against the law now.
Kinda
lock these hoes up. I'm moving to Tennessee.
If you really did that shit on purpose, I'm kind of not mad at that because I think that's some fucked up shit to do to someone.
Yeah. Niggas paying child support on kids that ain't theirs. Crazy.
And you know.
Yeah, that's fraud.
I be worried. Like, people really don't believe in karma. Like, that kind of shit comes back to you.
I don't really believe in karma. I do in a very loose way, but I don't really believe in karma.
That shit's real.
You think so? Why?
One, I've experienced it, but I experienced, like, the instantaneous karma because, like, I hold myself, like, everybody got like a little wild side. Like nobody follows the rules all the time, whatever. So I ain't saying like I'm some fucking saint, but like I just really don't do a lot of shit because I just don't ever want it to come back to me. But I'll do some stupid shit like I'll have the water on the bottom of the cart at the grocery store And if the lady don't ask to scan it, it's never there. But like sometimes I've genuinely forgotten, and then there's been times where I'll see it and I'll be like, I should tell her, but I don't. And I swear to God, the second I walk out the store, I fall, or I trip, or something like it's happened to me.
But you still got the free water?
I still got the free water, but I literally just like scrape. It ain't about, yes, fuck the fall, right? I still won in the end, but that was still karma. Like, yeah, bitch, I saw that. That was God letting me know, like, you just stole. Now I have to live with the guilt of
so
still in the
karma
case
and
of
God is like, I thought karma and God were separate. I thought karma was karma and God is God. I'm probably the wrong bitch to talk to about that, because I'm not all into the spirits and the chakras and shit. I believe in both of them. I'm not none of that shit. So my thing with karma is that like,
but it definitely comes back real. I think it catches you. Like everybody was saying, karma was basically the theme of the Tyler Perry movie Temptation. How she did her husband and she ended up, sick in the end and just doing shit like.
What's Temptation?
With Journey Smollett. And,
right.
Yeah.
So this is my thing with karma, right? Karma is basically what goes around comes around. You do bad shit.
What you put out into the world will absolutely come back to you.
If you do good your whole life, bad shit is gonna happen to you.
Still, yes.
So
doesn't mean you're not gonna get good back though. Because for like,
if you do bad, if you do all bad in your life, good shit is still gonna happen to you.
But to what level? You know what I mean? Like there are some people who
Donald Trump is a horrible person, and
he's probably fucking. Well, I think we could get lost on that train. But I was gonna say I think he's too fucking cynical to even be miserable. But like, you can just the nigga's not okay. Like the man is
nigga, I'm not okay.
Well.
Fuck you talking about?
But in a whole nother way.
that nigga hitting his goals though. Like when Donald Trump set out to do some shit, that nigga became the fucking president with no political experience. He's reaching his goals. He got
fucking money, and that's the thing. He has certain things behind him that we don't. You know what I mean?
But it's
karma?
Like
probably in a lot of shit. Maybe it was when his wife died. Maybe it was with all type of shit.
His wife was gonna die regardless.
His kids hate him. Like
his wife was gonna die regardless.
Of it. Like
karma is not real, G.
I disagree, but that's fine.
Good and bad shit is gonna happen to you no matter what.
Yes, and I'm not saying all of it is always related to karma, but that doesn't mean that karma isn't a real thing.
Okay, I don't believe in it.
The concept came from somewhere.
Yeah, it came from niggas who wanted to tell niggas to do right.
So you don't believe in astrology?
To what level?
Do you believe that it's real in any capacity?
I think Tauruses are bad people. That's the extent of astrology. Are you a Taurus?
I am not. I'm an Aries.
Good. Tauruses are bad people.
I'm an Aries.
That's the only commonality of truth in astrology.
No, but I'm gonna let you rock out.
Okay, we agree.
No, we don't.
All right. Let's see. What's your toxic trait?
That is a very good fucking question. My toxic trait. I think I'd be I'm getting better at it. One of them is sometimes I want to know too much. It's funny, right? We just talking about asking why. I asked the hell out of why. I want to know all type of shit. Why? When and it's not from a place of like needing the validation of it. I just genuinely be wanting to understand. So like if I'm in a situation, like we could use the cheating example. I'm the girl who wants to know every detail.
Oh shit.
How did you fuck her? Where did you fuck her? Why? How long was like? And you could, I don't give a fuck. Demonstrate, show me like what positions. Like I want to know that? The details. Like I'm growing. But for me, it doesn't feel like torture. What feels like torture is having to wonder. Because I absolutely understand that you can fuck somebody and it can mean nothing, right? So it's like, and that's why I'm getting better with it, because asking all these questions now, maybe I have too much information. I'm still gonna draw my own conclusions anyway. So I probably need to shut the fuck up, go to sleep, and get whatever. But a part of me wants to know, because it's like I can kind of tell off of how you're answering the questions. I could tell off some of the answers to the questions if this meant something or not. If this was something that was like, oh damn, nigga, like, yeah, no, or all right, it's still a no. Like I'm leaving your ass regardless, but maybe we actually could rekindle or some shit, because like I get it wasn't personal to me. You know what I mean? Like I want to know certain details to really understand, like, is this to say fuck me, or you just got your own fucked up shit going on? And that's not even specific to you. That's in general. Like I be want to know why from people, because like I'm trying to understand where you are and where your headspace is, so I can know how I need to process this. So I can know how I need to move. Like, because if it's some shit where like you can't even realize the magnitude of what you, like say it's a friend I fell out with or some shit, right? Like, bitch, why you was acting funny? Or even like one of my guy friends, like, dude, what's to that? Like, you moving weird as fuck and I don't appreciate that. He might be like, oh, okay, cool, blah, 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 or I'm sorry, but like, even with the sorry, I still want to know why. Like, what are you going through?
Yeah, so you want to reach a level of understanding when people what you're saying. I agree with that. I can feel that. I can feel that. I hate when women in the dating phase ask too many questions though. That should be.
I think in the dating phase that's weird.
Yeah.
And too many questions. I think questions are natural. But if we just date, like, don't do too much. And that's not to say, like, because you don't want somebody to just ultimately switch too when y'all get in a relationship. Like, there has to, I think balance is a top key to life. So there has to be balance in it regardless. But, like, if you're not my man, it really, certain things I just naturally shouldn't even feel inclined to question you about.
Yeah. It be certain, like, basic stuff, though, that's like, it's a natural question, but it's like, damn, why you had to ask me that? So it might be like...
Oh, that's probably just because you don't want to answer it then.
Yeah, it might be like, I'm going out of town. They like, oh, where you going? They're like, oh, I'm going to Mexico. With who? It's like, bitch, relax.
Why? Because you take another chick
Really
and you
fucking
want to say
relax.
that?
Yes. and I have the right to take another chick.
You do, if you single.
But I don't want to talk to you about it.
Which is fair, but it's also like... If you open that motherfucking door when you told me you was going out the country, like, what do you mean? When you told me you going on a trip?
I might have had to tell you that. Like, you might have been like, oh, well, let's do this next weekend. It's like, oh, I can't. Well, what are you doing? I'm going out the country.
I'm be out of town. So what do you say? If you don't, are you honest?
I'm going to be honest, yeah. I'm going to be honest. I just know everything.
How has that worked for you? Have you ever met a girl that was strong enough to, like, be like, oh, cool?
What you think?
I think the answer is no, but I think it's, again, common, but not likely.
Absolutely. Like, no, I mean, women are cool with it. Everybody play it now. Everybody pushing P right now. So everybody's cool in the moment. No one's really cool with the shit ever.
I disagree that no one's really cool with it ever. And that's just speaking from a personal place. But I do agree that people be out here like, what you tell me I was capping them out, they absolutely be capping. Like, I'm an advocate for that. I'd be like, what's that girl? She on TikTok. She be like, stand up. Like, I be wanting women to stand up so bad because it's like, if he cool, it's not your man. Let him go. Like, what you need to go do? Pop out another country with another nigga. Like,
and it's cool because don't do no like shit that you wouldn't have done if I.
I'm not saying play tit for tat.
Like,
I'm saying don't spend your time crying or worry about why a man who's not even yours is on vacation with another girl.
Exactly. But I do think it could change like how she views the situation, and even for men, and a man might be, in a situation with a woman to where he feel comfortable taking her out, he feel comfortable doing X, Y, Z, and in the back of his mind, he's assuming that she's dating other people, but because they don't discuss that, it's like out of sight, out of mind. I'm treating you how I want to treat you because I like you, but then when some shit happen, and it's like
he be distraught.
Let's say this is the other way around. It's like, oh, who finna go out of town? Well, I'm finna go out of town with this nigga. It's like, oh. So you getting your shit clapped by another nigga. So these dates finna slow the fuck down, bitch. Like,
but see, that's
not
finna
do X, Y, Z. Like, and he gonna treat her different. Like,
but that is why I will die on the hill.
It's just human nature.
I will die on the hill that men are far more the more emotional sex.
That's not true.
No, I will die on that hill. Women get the label because we show it more, but literally your exact reaction, that was an emotional decision because you instantly went to thinking about her fucking this nigga, like whatever. So now you want to change how you move. Her fucking somebody else should not change how much you like her, the fact, like whatever, like, and if you really like her, yeah, it's gonna sting. I'm not saying it shouldn't, because I think from a girl's perspective, like, if I like you, like, damn, it do kind of sting, you kicking another bitch out of town, but like, what can I say about it, right? Like, I have to keep those emotions in check. Y'all don't know how to keep them in check. Now all of a sudden you gonna move different. The same thing you just told me not to do. Don't go do some shit you wouldn't have did if you didn't know. Y'all are gonna do it.
Well, a nigga's not going tit for tat as far as I'm finna go out of the country with another bitch. But
no, you're just gonna change how you move with me.
But I don't think there's nothing completely wrong with that, because I should have not been doing all the shit I was doing.
I think if you like me, it is something wrong with it. Because if you like me, that's your opportunity to decide, am I gonna lock the fuck in or not? Because I have the same right I'm not saying that means instantly come wife me. That's not what I mean by lock in. What I mean is, if you like me, we like each other.
Yeah.
You and I, we're dating, Terry.
Yeah.
But we're not dating exclusively. So, yeah. Next week, oh, yeah, I'm going with such and such to, I don't know, fucking Zamunda.
Yeah.
If when you heard that, it evoked enough emotion in you that made you feel away, it's time for you to reflect. Like, damn, how much do I like this bitch?
Is that emotion coming from my soul or my ego?
That's why you got to reflect. Figure it out. Because if it is coming from an ego thing.
More than likely it's coming from my ego.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Then you should be able to get up, have fun. Cool. Maybe you'll see when I come back if you feeling it, whatever. Maybe we'll go on another day. Maybe we won't, whatever. But you're not going to consciously choose or make a decision in that moment of ego like, all right, well, I'm done taking her out. But if you reflect and it's coming from soul, it's like, damn, I can't be mad, but I don't like this shit. This bitch can't go on no more trips. So we need to talk. We need to lock in.
I think whether it's happening to the man or the woman, in either situation, the answer is the same. You probably should step the fuck back a little bit. I don't think you should never take her out on a date again. But I think when you get that information and it don't sit well with you, but you're also still not ready to be in a relationship.
Now that's a changing factor.
You need
where
to
you already
step back. Because I feel like for a man, if you were ready to be in a relationship, you would have asked already. And I feel like when women do shit like that and a nigga all of a sudden ready, no nigga, you not ready. You just want to sit her down. You just want to right. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the ego thing.
Yeah, it's an ego thing.
You make a drastic situation. I mean drastic choice.
But I don't think men are more emotional, and the reason why I don't really like the argument of who more emotional, because we're all emotional. I just think it shows in different ways. But in terms of a relationship and love and all of that, romance, women are far more emotional than men.
Well, yeah, I think by nature, if we specify it to romance, naturally we're like that. Yeah, because we're naturally more nurturing.
That's the realm we're talking about. When we say women are more emotional than men, we're talking about relationships.
Well, yeah, but
niggas are hyper emotional.
No, because even in relationships, even the exact scenarios we just went down, like when it comes to like getting when a man gets his feelings hurt in a relationship, what? The fucking world stops. Yeah. Y'all think it stops for women because they act crazy and bust windows or do some shit. Yeah. But y'all get to fighting real fucking demons, my boy. Like, okay. And to that effect, like, and you don't know how to let it out. And you don't know how to let it out in a way that's productive for anybody in this situation. And you make it your mission to, like, even if your mission ain't to get your get back, the way you will cut off a person that you are in love with. Yesterday, you might have wanted to marry this bitch, like from a pure place, like from your soul, not from your ego. Today, she did some shit that really crushed you. All of a sudden, you don't want to get married no more because you can't sit down and process the emotions. Like, there's men.
What are you talking about? That's valid. That's valid.
Because your fucking feelings got hurt. No.
Yes, that's completely valid.
That you don't want to all of a sudden this big, like, first of all, you should never make decisions in an emotional state.
Okay, so what would be worth me not wanting to get married no more, other than the fact that this person just
your deal breaker? A side nigga would be worth you not wanting to get married no more. Like that's fair. But like, if she do, like, maybe she says, like, maybe y'all got into a really fucked up fight, and she said some shit that, like, it was a low blow, and she really shouldn't have said it.
Like, nigga, that's why your dick little anyway.
Or you act just like your dad, like that's why you ain't love your ass. Whatever people like, you know, anything. Like women will say some crazy.
I've never heard that one.
I've heard a lot. Like people will say some crazy shit, right? And it's really hurtful. And it's like, no, I've never said no shit like that. I wouldn't do that one. But it's just like, don't. Yeah, you have the right for your feelings to be hurt, right? Like you have the right to be like, damn, bitch, like I'm kind of looking at you different right now. But can you go back and reflect and understand, like? I think for me, that's a situation where, like, especially if that's the first time, like, yo, I don't never want to hear no shit like that again. Because it could have just been a heated moment. People say things they don't mean all the time when they mad. It still comes from somewhere. You thought about this shit before. So I do kind of have a problem with it. But, like, I don't think that's all of a sudden I want to change the trajectory of my life and you and I can never get married because you hurt my feelings about my daddy issues.
Okay.
It's gonna take some repairing, but
you definitely, betrayed my comfortability, vulnerability, trust in the situation. I shared some shit with you, threw it back in my face. I think that's enough time I want to get married. In my opinion, people have the right to feel how they want to feel. I think you just described how men versus women express their emotions. I don't think that goes into how emotional we are. This is what I think. This is why I say women are more emotional.
I'm listening.
Who's more likely to leave work because they're having relationship problems?
But I think the answer is women.
Question?
Okay. Women. Do you agree that the answer is women? Yeah. But the reason, this is still why I'm saying men are more emotional. That man is not staying at work because he's emotionally okay. He's staying at work because he doesn't want to process what he's going through.
He knows how to compartmentalize.
Maybe. Yeah. But again, the danger with compartmentalizing is sometimes you get in that space, you're really just distracting yourself. Compartmentalizing is when you put it away and you come back to it. That man ain't never trying to come back to that shit. He's going to work his ass until he fall out and have a motherfucking heart attack because he'd rather do that than tell you hurt me when you did X, Y, and Z.
Hey, this is the thing, right? For men, purpose and work and that shit comes first. Yeah. Love comes second. For women, love comes first and purpose and shit comes second. Which is why a woman, if her love life is fucked up, it's gonna fuck her whole life up. It's gonna fuck her work life up. I think if a man's work life is fucked up, it's gonna fuck his whole life up and fuck his love life up. And he's gonna value work over love. Because if the nigga money fucked up, he mad at his bitch too. It can't even do nothing.
Because they naturally providers, so if y'all can't provide,
y'all more emotional in a relationship space.
I don't think that means we're more emotional. I get it, it's tied to emotion, but I'm not gonna give you this one, but what I am gonna say is that I do agree. I agree with exactly how you broke it down, and I think that for me, that's what I mean by like when women need to stand up. But I think two could be true. Like,
I do need to stand up. Some
stand
niggas
up,
do too.
like,
Some niggas do
because
too.
you have to learn. Relationships are a power dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it all boils down to power. But like I feel like the ideal relationship, that shit really don't even got to be a struggle. Mm-hmm. But so many of us never make it there. We never really get to that love where like it's not even about power and ego and shit, because we get caught up in whatever else like on the journey. But I think if you could like, if men weren't worried about ego and weren't worried about like seeming like a weak ass bitch or being too vulnerable or whatever the case may be, like you could lean into that more, and then we could have a mutual conversation about how like, nah, love really does matter to me. Like I want to feel the same way you show your love by protecting me, I show my love by nurturing you, right? But like sometimes you wanna be protected too, not in the same way, but like I don't know, because I don't want to. I feel like y'all gonna get the no, because then it's not a man. But I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're gonna get to the next question. What's the next? What you got?
Me?
I don't even know.
I think it is. No. Is it on me? It's on me. Okay. Well, I'll go basic. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is that my ambitions exceed my talent. Yeah.
Why? You don't think you could nurture your talent to conquer all your ambitions?
I don't think I ever stop wanting more.
What drives that?
I don't know.
Can you want more and not get it though? Like, do you think you can want more, but maybe also accept that like, I don't need more. I don't have to go and get it.
I've already accepted that. Like, I didn't want any of this when I was a kid. Like when I was like 17, like, I just wanted like a fucking house and a dog or some shit.
When you
like,
say any of
I
this,
never
what's
thought
this?
I didn't want to be grossly successful when I was a kid because I didn't think that was possible for me. I didn't have like that type of self-efficacy to feel like I was gonna be rich. I never believed that shit when I was a kid. So like everything, and I'm not rich. I'm not nowhere near rich now, but I have more than I thought I would have already. So I've already, felt like, I'm exceeded my own expectations. But I don't like. I be like halfway. Like I'll start doing something, and like I wouldn't even reach the first goal. If I get close to that bitch, I need 10 times more than that. Just because I know I'm approaching it, it's like, okay, fuck that. Like that's how I went from a podcast to a podcast network to a tour to like
Shout out to y'all
the next shit for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's I don't think I would ever just be like, all right, this is it. So I think it's gonna hit a point to where it's just like you want some shit that just ain't in the cards for you.
Or I think sometimes the cards change. Like you could want some shit, but you realize I don't even need it because something else came in that you weren't expecting. Like maybe it'll be your wife, maybe it'll be another kid. Like it could be so many different things that'll alter your life where it's like, yeah, I see that. I know it's possible because of all these things I've done, but like I'm cool where I'm at. I don't even need to put in the work to do that.
Yeah, hopefully. I do think that you need to be cool where you at some point. I just don't know if that'll ever be me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's a good thing. I think niggas be saying that shit like it's a good thing. Like, oh, it's never enough. I'm always gonna grind.
No, because then you always chasing something. Like, but do you?
It's already not a good feeling
be,
now.
I was about to ask.
It's not a good feeling. Like, it's not a good feeling to feel like, because I be pressed for this shit. It's not like we hit this goal, I'm happy, and it's like, okay, what's next? It'd be like, we ain't even hit the goal yet, and I'm like, nah, gee, fuck that shit. We need this. But that shit is so far away that I feel the same way I did when this shit seemed out of reach. So it's like I always feel like the thing is out of reach because I'm moving my own goalposts so far. But I be legit like stressed the fuck out, and I be taking risks and doing shit that like put my livelihood at risk for goals and shit.
That's interesting. I mean,
like
no
quitting
risk,
my job, spending all my savings, running up on my career, like just doing dumb shit.
I've done
like,
both of those, so I totally
like what the fuck am I doing? I could have just still been a teacher and a podcaster. Like, why the fuck did I put myself in this situation?
You could have, but I feel like you gained other things that you couldn't have gained as a teacher: the freedom and control of your time, like the space to not have to worry about if your students finding the shit that they was finding when you was a teacher. Like, just so many different things, and like You ain't reporting to nobody. But my question to that was just like, so how do you ever try to hold yourself accountable to remain in the present?
I don't even know how to do that. But it be moments to where like it be moments where shit hit me and be like, damn, like this is a good experience. Usually when I'm on vacation somewhere though.
Facts, you away from your normal environment. But you don't take no moment now to be like, yo, like we got a multi-city tour. I think that's dope as fuck. Like I'm very proud of you.
It be
like,
moments. It be moments, but it only could be a moment because we got to plan for the multi-city tour and pay for the multi-city tour and get ready, get the content ready, and do. It's so much shit to do that it's just like, and it's always pressure because it's like every moment seem like it could make or break shit.
Because it can.
You know what I'm saying? It can. You know
but
what I'm saying?
Even the ones that break it still play into making it. So don't even be afraid of the moment.
So it's like different. It's like when you do sports and shit, like I guess like when you play basketball and it's like in high school, it's like a 20 game season. You don't have to win every game until you have to win every game. And this shit feel like
championship time.
You got to win every game. You know what I'm saying? Like if you lose, because it's no telling, like it's no trajectory with this podcast shit. So there's no telling like if we go to Atlanta and shit don't work out, what's gonna happen next. Like there's no script. Like we have to figure out what's gonna happen next.
Yeah,
like,
but let's say, and then we ain't speaking no crazy bashing, so y'all are gonna do fine. But let's say you do go to Atlanta and it fucking bombs. You do know what's gonna happen next. Maybe you gonna feel away, like you're probably gonna be disappointed. But y'all gonna bring your ass back in and go to the next city and make that shit work. Like because one city goes bad, you gonna give up on all the work in the other tours, or you're like, you know what's gonna happen.
It's not that you give up on it. It's just that now you have to reevaluate your whole plan.
Yeah, you know or at least I would be careful with the word whole. You got to reevaluate what piece of the plan may have contributed going bad.
Yeah. Well, I say
you don't want to get lost in the like.
I feel like the goal stays the same, but the approach has to be.
So a part of that's gonna have to alter.
But I think that like if I was doing music or if I was doing, starting a t-shirt company, like a clothing company or this or that, it's been done so many times that there's like a blueprint to like this is how you do it.
Yeah.
So if you approach it wrong, okay, well let's try what they did. With this podcast shit, there's no real blueprint to this shit yet.
But a lot of this.
So it's like, what the fuck do we don't know what we're doing.
That's like, life, bro.
We don't know what we're doing.
That's
like at all. We're just doing shit. Like
parenting. Like don't nobody know what the fuck they do. You just figure it the fuck out.
For sure. Here we are.
Making it do what it do.
For sure. It's my turn.
It is.
Cool. Let's see. What's one habit you practice daily that makes you successful?
I feel like this isn't the one that like I want to say, but the first thing that came to mind is praying. I hold myself accountable. Or like in the morning, I don't touch my phone until I've like talked to God for a minute. And I think that even on days where like I do nothing or accomplish nothing, like just having prayed and releasing whatever like I'm holding on my spirit or just showing gratitude for like what is in my life, that instantly makes the day a success. Because even if I sit around and do nothing and I rest, I can rest with a peaceful mind. I can, because I still think rest is productive, like, but again, it's about balance. But like, yeah, praying, talking to God, letting him know, look, whoop, bam, I need some signs on this, my nigga. Like, I ask God for signs all the fucking time. And it sets me up for success. What's the second one? The second one? Daily that sets me up for success. Probably just planning stuff, little stuff like planning my days. I don't necessarily always do that one daily. Like sometimes I plan my weeks out, but like just going back to check like, okay, what's on my schedule for today and maybe shifting things around, like just having a plan. I do that.
Okay. I fuck with that one. Your turn.
Should be prepared. What's the wildest thing a girl ever said to you when she was trying to get on that?
The wildest thing a girl ever said to me when she was trying to get on that. I should have put some thought into this one. I don't know. I might have to come back to this one because it's been a lot of wild shit, and I
can believe that. I feel like you live a crazy life.
Nothing pops out like off top in my mind.
Another one, or you want to ask me when I come back to it?
Give me another one.
Let's see. Would you take the opportunity to be inside of either a past or current partner's mind for one day?
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Um,
What would you want to know? Like, what would make you be like, yeah, I would risk finding out everything?
no, I wouldn't even want to know no. I wouldn't even want to know no relationship type shit. It's just one girl I dated that was like just cold at business and shit. I want to know like the ins and outs of like how she think about shit and approach shit. I feel like I ain't learned enough of that shit when I was dating her.
Is it because you didn't ask, or?
Uh, I feel like I asked shit, but I wasn't in a position to where I was ready to get the high level advanced shit. I was early and I needed, so I asked what I needed at the time.
Got it.
But where I am now, I would like to know certain shit. So
Smart man.
yeah, but as far as like wanting to know, I don't get nah. I'm cool. Hell nah.
It ain't.
All
I'm
that
not
other shit, I'm
limiting it
cool.
to relationship. You could literally, but that's what I mean by knowing everything. Like, you gonna know everything this bitch thinks about. So it might not have shit to do with y'all. It might be her childhood trauma. It could be maybe she don't shower, like just little things. Like, you gonna find out all kind of shit because you in her head for a whole 24 hours. Like, you can find out she secretly hate old people. Like, you in her mind, but she see an old ass man crossing the street and she damn near want to hit him with the car. Like, people be having like erratic thoughts.
Okay. How would you want a man to handle? You had a question? How would you want a man to handle you if you started crying?
I really like this question.
Aw.
Wow, you're about to make me act like a girl on here. So I don't cry often. And if I do, it's more than likely because I'm upset than I'm actually sad. And when I cry, what I don't want him to do is freeze up. But I'm very understanding. Especially like if it's like maybe you don't really know me or whatever. But like when you freeze up, like now I gotta soothe myself. Like, I'm gonna regret saying this, not in real life, but like for fake. Ask me if I'm okay. But the reason I say I'm gonna regret is because like that's a trigger question for me. When I'm not okay and somebody asks me if I'm okay, any emotions I'm trying to suppress will naturally flow out. So I'm probably gonna cry more if you ask me that, but that lets me know you care and it lets me know you're trying to figure out what to do right now. So I think in summary, I just want a nigga to try. Like, just don't do nothing. But like, if I had to put some specifics to it, just kind of soothe me. I think in that moment, I'm not a big physical touch girl, but I want physical touch. Just hold me. And not even on no romance. Like, this could be my homie. Like, just give me a hug. Like, let me lean on your chest for a second. Like, I need to be soft for a minute. So allow me to do that because I don't get that opportunity a lot in my life personally.
Okay, right, I got you. Before we move on with the rest of the show, I want to promote This Belief Tequila. This Belief Tequila is an all 100% black-owned tequila company that's available right now in Illinois and Tennessee. Coming to Atlanta soon as well. It's a great tequila all the way around, man. From the Blanco all the way up to the Anejo. Very smooth, top shelf, and it's great branding with the whole baseball move. I'm not a baseball fan myself, but I do love this tequila. So make sure y'all check out This Belief Tequila. And the question is,
what's the wildest thing? I damn near want to change it, but we on it now. What's the wildest thing a girl ever said to you when trying to get on that?
Oh, okay. What's the wildest thing a girl ever said to me trying to get on that? Okay.
And it could be on that like she like you, she's just trying to fuck with you, or like literally sexually. Like,
sexually it's been crazy. I was just thinking of more like just
okay. Let's go with the first
formal
one,
approach. But no, I want to do the sexual one first because this was crazy. I went to SIU, right? I went to go visit, and this shit made me go to college. The shit that she said made me go to college.
That's gonna be some wild shit.
Yeah, I went down there to visit my homie. It's my first time down there. I'm in a fucking frat party. This girl dancing on me and shit. Get to talking to her. Slide back to the dorm with her. Tell me she got this boyfriend at home. This is like the first like weekend of school. And then we get to the crib and she's like, "Oh, I'm on my period." I'm like, "I'm finna fucking leave. What the fuck am I here for? Now the party over with. Everything dead. You just fucked my whole night." Yeah. She's like, "It's cool though." Like, she's like, "I'm gonna suck your dick." Like, what she say? She said, "Pull it out. If it's not little, I'll suck it." I was like, I've never heard. No
hey, I
shit
appreciate
like that
her
before.
honesty.
Facts. and it was a great night, and I went to college off of that. That was like,
that's a hell of a story, Terry.
That was lit. That was a great night.
Okay, so what about more formally?
And I hit her later on while she was pregnant. That was crazy too.
All right.
Yeah, I only hit her twice. Well, those were the two instances that we ran into each other. First, she sucked my dick because she was on her period.
So when you hit her when she was pregnant, was that just because you had to make up for not being able to fuck the first time?
No, I didn't know she was pregnant until she like got naked. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. She was like showing pregnant.
So she clearly was like, I gotta, because I gotta know what this like. Like she was on that. She clearly wanted it from the first time. So she ain't want to lose. Just why she's sucking your dick.
Yeah, because if she wasn't naked already, I wouldn't have done it. But the fact that she was like there, it's like we're too far in this now.
Are you?
It has to happen.
I got a problem with niggas that always feel like once a certain something happens, it gotta happen. No, you a grown ass man. Up until your dick is inside of her, you have every avenue to turn around if you want to. Like even then, for real, like you fucked her because you wanted to. Like
certain shit gotta happen.
No, it doesn't have to happen. Like I mean, yeah, to an extent, but no, like you could have did it without hurting her. Like you ain't gotta be discriminatory because she pregnant, but just like yo, like
you know what I believe.
You know how many niggas? Oh my home. I'm so sorry. Like you could have. It was so many ways you could have did. You know what I believe? Fuck that girl because you wanted to.
It's no sense in being half wrong. I always tell women that when I want them to cheat, like when I want them to go all the way through with letting me fuck, because it's like you're here, you're already cheating, right? We're already in my bed.
But
this nigga's gonna be fucking heated. Like you might as well do this dick. Like it's no sense in being halfway wrong.
If I don't do the dick,
huh?
He might let me come home if I don't do the dick. First of all, he never has to know.
He's gonna be pissed. Exactly. He never has to know.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
If she really want it, if she don't want it, if it fucks with her conscience enough, she's gonna get up.
Yeah, that shit. There's no reason to. We're here. We're here.
So what's the wildest thing they ever said formally? Which they was just it wasn't even about sex. It was just
the wildest thing. I don't know what the wildest is, but I know this one girl I was fucking with kept sounding like Frank Ocean. That shit was blowing me. It was right around the time Frank Ocean came out the closet, and I'm a Frank Ocean fan. I fuck with Frank Ocean, but
right.
He came out the closet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was
so. Yeah.
It's just the way you said it.
Yeah. So right around the time Frank Ocean got untrapped from the closet, she was I was on a trip in Vegas, and she was like kept saying I like Frank Ocean. She started calling me Frankie and all type of shit.
Hey, girls do be funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I hit though. I was happy as hell too.
So it didn't bother you too bad.
I wanted to hit so bad that I just dealt with the shit. You know,
y'all will deal with some shit when you just want to fuck. Y'all will take a lot of shit.
And she was bad.
You'll be worth it in it. You ever dealt with it like it's a bunch of shit because you just knew like I gotta get this bitch, and then the shit was trash.
I'm kind of in a situation now.
Ooh, God bless.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna press though. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Wait, but how you know? So you've already hit?
Nah.
So then, how you don't know if it's trash yet? Then how you in that situation? Have you heard it's trash? I would hope not.
You saying like you saying we be pressed and we know it's trash?
No, I'm saying like, have you ever been in a situation where like you was dealing with a lot of shit, but you kept dealing with it because you wanted to fuck, and then you finally fucked, and it was trash.
It was trash. Yeah. Oh, nah. Well, I'm in a situation before I found out it's trash. Okay. I don't know if it's trash or not, but
you're dealing with a lot of fuck shit.
I was dealing with a lot of shit, and a part of me is willing to deal with it a little bit more, but I don't think I am though.
What's your cutoff?
My cutoff is being ignored. Like, all right, there's a lot of little shit, but it's like, bitch, you don't answer the phone or call me back. Now you crazy. And it's different for different niggas. Some niggas will keep calling. It's a lot of shit that I'll like, I ain't gonna say that I would deal with, because if I'm dealing with it, I know as soon as I get this pussy, you're smoked. So it's like I'm fake dealing with it. I'm not really finna deal with it. But as soon as I get this pussy, you're smoked. But if you ignore me, I'm not finna, like, I can't pursue nobody that's not receptive to my pursuit. Like, I got too much pride for that.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
I think the last question on you.
Okay, let's go.
I think.
Drum roll, please. What's the most expensive habit you have as a woman?
I feel like your questions were better than mine. I want to redo. The most expensive habit I have as a woman. I'm the wrong woman to ask this question. Because when I like talk to my friends, or like even especially my guy friends, when I hear what they go through with like dating girls, it's like, shit, I be rooting for the girls always. Like, get your assist, but like, I don't have a lot of like the like maintenance shit, like the hair, the lashes, like I don't. And that shit adds up. So it's really hard. Probably food, honestly. Like, and I don't think that's gender specific. Like, all my money go to food. And then I don't shop consistently. But when I shop, I blow a bag. Like, it's really sick. Like, I don't have balance in that area.
Yeah.
So I think those two things, like I will definitely, and I will spend some money. Like I eat fast food for sure if that's what I want. But if tonight, even if I don't feel like sitting down, I still want like a steakhouse dinner, I'll go get that shit for takeout.
Yeah.
So that my money definitely goes to food and like probably clothes and shit.
Okay.
Clothes and shoes and shit probably. I want it to be jewelry though.
Why it's not then?
I don't got no money for jewelry.
Oh.
I gotta give me some money.
The
shit that I really want, yeah. And it ain't gonna be flashy, but it's gonna be like little subtle shit, like a little tennis bracelet,
like the Van Cleefs.
No, I want me like a little diamond tennis bracelet or like a little like you gonna see my shit like, and I ain't shit wrong with the Van because I think they're cute. But my assumption is they're trendy right now. Yeah. Like I'm into fashion, but like for fake, so I don't really be. I just buy shit because I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm not the girl to be like, oh yeah, Van Cleefs are hot because I think it used to be the Cartier bracelets, the like solid gold ones that like lock or some shit. But it's like now nobody wears those, but I still think they're cute. I would love one if somebody bought that for me.
Yeah, there you go. So Cindy's DMs are open if you want to buy a bracelet.
I mean that works too. I wasn't really saying that, but who am I to stop anybody from wanting to do something at the kindness of their heart? Oh, that's talking.
Is your turn?
Is it? Okay. How do you feel intimidated when a woman is smarter than you, and how do you navigate that dynamic?
Do I feel intimidated when a woman is smarter than me? I don't think so. I think I gotta really like a girl to feel intimidated by her.
Okay.
That's the only way. Like she could be smarter, less smart. Like it's not about her person. Like whatever the specific trait is. Like if I really, really like a chick, that probably makes me feel like a little intimidated.
So have you ever felt intimidated by
her? Yeah. It's rare.
But it was something like, about her.
Yeah, it's just like damn. And you know what's crazy? It don't happen when I meet her. Like at all. It'd be like months down the line. Like I've been knowing her. I done fucked a million times. It's just like I woke up today and realized I love this bitch, and this is scary.
Terry, get the fuck out. I think enough women don't want to admit that's kind of how it works. Like women will see you and they start fantasizing instantly and shit. A nigga see you, he just wants to fuck. Like
yeah,
they only approach you to fuck.
Yeah.
Now how that dynamic plays out is on you and like on the universe. You know what I mean? Like as he's talking, he may realize, wow, there's probably more to this bitch than some pussy. Let me kind of scale back or let me change my approach. But like, I don't think enough women are honest with themselves that y'all only come up to us because you saw something that made you go, I want to hit that. And I think if more women were honest about that, like, because I don't necessarily think that the way that you just described it is wrong or abnormal. Like, you don't always have to know you like somebody instantly. Like, I think you should be... Actually, wow, I was having this conversation not too long ago. I think that, like, legit, like, strong bonds for real shit, like, those form over time. Like, you learn to, like, grow in love or, like, in, like, lust, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But, like, it's not always an instant thing.
Got you. So. Got you. It's crazy because I think, you know, we do just approach women to have sex, and then how the conversation goes and how the energy flows kind of decides like what the dynamic is really going to be. But regardless of what my intentions are, I still want that pussy and I want it fast.
I do agree with that. I think you're more willing to wait when you see whatever else you see other than some pussy.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait. I mean?
Yeah, so I don't think the fast part is gonna always apply.
What do you mean by willing? Willing, yeah. Willing, yeah.
I mean, open to it because if you
open, yeah.
If you approach this girl,
that's
like
a better
you said,
word. I'm open to waiting.
Yeah, you approach her, you want to fuck, but then you realize, wow, she's actually kind of smart, or wow, like she's dope. Like we got the same, whatever the fuck turned you niggas on outside of pussy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like whatever
now
that may be.
Fuck raw.
No, okay.
She's smart.
Now you, hey, I mean, men think like that. It's a little, but fuck the STD report, right? Like the bitch just knew what book I liked.
She's
so
smart.
Live
She's
your
smart
life,
enough
baby.
to not get an STD.
Who am I to stop you? It's just when you realize though, like there's something else to her. I think the fast does. Like, to your point, like you'll deal with a lot of shit because it's something about this bitch that's making you like, all right, I still want the pussy, but I'll listen to you talk about whatever.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like a man should contribute to a woman's upkeep if he's dating her exclusively?
I feel like this question's always a trap. Dating her exclusively contribute. Do I feel like he should? Should is a tricky word.
Semantics, I love it.
But yeah, Because if you wanna you like looking at my hands when I'm doing certain shit, or you wanna
like jacking them off.
Maybe I'm doing that. Maybe
What
I'm
are we
giving
talking
head.
about, sis?
I'm just saying, like it could be little shit. You wanna don't one now. What is a pet peeve? Don't comment on my shit if you ain't contributing to it. Like you want to hear.
I can feel you with that one.
Nah, for real. Like, oh damn, babe, I like it when you get a bob better. Why the fuck you ain't give me bob money? Like my shit's still laid. I still look good. Like where it's at. You feel me? So it's like, and I think there's a way to say things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think that as a woman, though, you should be able to do that shit for yourself. But like, yeah, you want to see me in it. You want to see me in something? Buy it for me.
Yeah.
Especially because I do it for you.
Yeah.
I see some shit like, damn, my nigga look good as fucking this. I want my mom tricking.
I just feel like if she asks me with my dick in her hand, making eye contact, I'm probably gonna say yes.
Yeah. That's a smart woman right there.
Yeah.
That's a black queen right there.
It is. It is. Y'all gotta know how to ask for shit. Y'all bad at begging.
And men are visual. So that's the part of why I'm like, yeah, even though I feel like should is a strong word, you know you're driven by what you see me in, how you see me looking. If you want me to look that way, contribute to it.
Yeah. And I'm the king of figuring shit out. You can ask me for some shit that I don't have the bread for, but if my dick my dick is in your hand near your mouth,
it's crazy.
Making eye contact.
Are.
I'm going to figure out how to get that money to get the shit that you just asked me for.
For sure. Even when you come to your senses after, you can't go back now. You already said yes.
Yeah,
especially if you want me to do it again.
My mind.
You can't. Yeah, I got you now.
I'm a man of my word. I got to do it.
Cash App is there.
But this is only in a relationship too. This is not just any girl that's sucking my dick. Like absolutely not.
No, I don't think it should be.
Absolutely
I think there should be boundaries. Hov said that shit. I'm not. Fuck. What song was that? It's like one of my favorite too, but I can't think of the lyric. But he was just like the crib that we. Oh fuck! It's gonna bother me, and I'm gonna remember it when I get out of here and be so pressed about it. But he basically was saying that like I'm not treating these whores how I treat my girl, and I'm not. And that I'm sure he was talking about cheating. With the one, yes. That ain't about nothing. About something that won't be that. Oh no, you won't see that. I don't be at places where we comfy at with no BS. Yes, that. I love you so much. I just made a new friend tonight, y'all. So yes, that exactly right there. Like, yeah, no, a buster gonna do what she do, but
yeah,
you know,
sure.
my
gotta
girl,
love Raymond.
I gotta keep my girl up. What you mean? My baby get whatever she want. I feel like that's how men should think.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I ain't mad at it. When we talking about exclusivity, we talking about a relationship. It's not wrong with taking care of your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you all should take care of each other. Reciprocity.
There's a lot of bad narratives out here that make it like niggas is weak for take care of chicks and all that.
No. That's part of being a man. That's part of being a fucking provider. And what you got to realize too, what you provide physically contributes to the energy. So like to the part we talking about like having fun and shit. Like you keep me looking good, feeling good. I ask for something, I get it, and I'm obviously because I'm giving you what you. Baby, we can have as much fucking fun as you want.
Yeah.
Where you want to go? Like, I'm down for shit I ain't never considered before. We fucking here. We doing all kind of shit because I'm happy. I'm safe. I'm secure.
Yeah. And I also feel like there's a... Damn. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Places where we comfy at. I'm finna go play that shit. 03 Bonnie and Clyde. I'm finna go play that shit when I get in the car. Yeah, that's him Beyonce.
While I catch my train of thought?
One more while you catch your train of thought. What is your least favorite question to be asked?
Anything about other women from someone that I'm dating. Like if I'm dating a chick and she asks me about other women, that's a big pet peeve. What else? I hate when people ask me about events that they didn't come to as if they weren't invited. Like when people say shit like damn, why you ain't invite me?
Okay.
It's like, bitch, it's on Eventbrite. Like this not a fucking private invite only event. Like why do I have to tell you? Like the fuck Rolling Loud didn't invite you either, bitch. Like what are you talking about?
I agree. I do not disagree. What I will say is that gets tricky depending on the person.
Okay.
Because if it's somebody that's like in your like close circle, 9 times out of 10, you've dropped this link to at least a few people you close to. Mm-hmm. So if I think we like locked in like this, now, but it's a double-edged sword. Because if we locked in like this, I'm gonna grab my ticket regardless. You feel me? But it's like, so I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I do see the other side of it. Like most people just ask that shit because they probably feel bad they ain't come and don't got shit else to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
But it is some people that like, they just want to feel that they matter to you the way those other people matter to you to get that personal invite.
Yeah.
Because there are things I might know, and that's in a business standpoint. So I think that's also what's like the saving grace in your stance. But I think sometimes that should kind of apply to personal shit. Like, I'm your homie. I heard you was having a party, but I ain't hear from you. You ain't tell me.
And I'm only talking about the public shit though.
Yeah.
Like if it's my birthday, like if I'm having like a birthday party that's like this is just my birthday party, birthday kickback or whatever I got going on, then absolutely, yeah, I'm gonna invite you. But we talking about shit that's like on Eventbrite. I'm posting a link every day. I'm talking about it on my story every day. I'm posting a flyer every day. It's like, bro.
You saw that shit.
Like, what do you mean you wasn't invited?
Yeah.
Like,
there's be people
crazy.
Trying to. I've really learned, and I think therapy has helped me put the term to it. But like life is taught, like how people just bid for attention. Like it's just a bid to like try to make some sort of connection or whatever they're feeling, whether it's the guilt for not coming. Maybe it is a genuine feeling of not feeling included. You know what I mean? But it's like your insecurity and not being able to just invite yourself and buy a ticket, buy some shit that was open to the world is not my problem to cure for you.
Yeah,
or to
and
make
then
you feel better about.
The thing that I hate the most about it is that it make me look like I give a fuck that you didn't come. Not give a fuck. That sounds harsh. But it makes me look like I feel a way that you didn't come. Right? I might even noticed you didn't come.
Yeah.
And I think we're at the point in events that where it's like we got genuine support. So it's cool. If you don't come, it's cool. I'm not mad. But I'm pissed that you asked me that because requiring a personal invite to a public party is fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, who the fuck are you?
Somebody who need that need met, and it ain't your problem to meet it.
There you go.
Protect yourself, kings.
I still can't think of what the fuck I was finna say. But all right, let's do one more. Let's do one more. We've been here for a while. Let's see. How many more do you have on your list?
I'll count while you pick one. 1, 2, 3. Shit, I got a lot. 4.
Oh shit.
We don't gotta get through all of them. No, I'm not tripping on that at all. I think I got 4. Yeah, I got 4 left.
Okay, let's do this one. If you're talking to a new guy for 6 months and you had a parent pass, how would you feel if he fell back then tried to come back around? Would you understand?
Suck my dick. Keep going.
How would you want them to handle you?
Yeah, he could suck my dick. But most of it is probably about how he fell back. Because we're just dating, right? Are we dating exclusively?
Nah. New guy.
Then yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I ain't gonna hold that shit against him. Like, oh, I'll never talk to you again. You're some horrible person. But that right there lets me know, like, we don't got shit that's gonna come from this. Because that's a real life happening at this big age. Like, I get it. Even maybe it's triggering for him, right? That's cool. Like, it's no long term judgment. But especially to fall back and then try to come back. And bitch, how you coming back? Like, first of all, what do you even say in that? Like, I know your mom died 6 months ago, but that was just hard. I wanted to give that time to you and my family. Okay, so I'm gonna keep kicking it with me and my family. God bless. Like, the fuck? But I won't hold no hate in my heart. Yeah. I understand. But I think that will show me that you are not, and I'm literally the wrong person for that because I've gone through, maybe except my parents and my sister, like I've experienced very traumatic deaths. Like I lost my brother, like grandparents. So it's like, I know what that feels like and I know the type of support you need. And so like being older now and knowing it's only going to get worse because I got fucking parents and a sister left, like, yeah, I'm going to need somebody who, even if you don't know how, you try. It's not about getting it right. It's just about showing up.
I like that saying. It's not about getting it right. It's just about showing up.
Because that's a hard dynamic for anybody to navigate.
I like that.
And I totally understand that. But if you don't even attempt to show up, either you have some really deep rooted problems that I'm never going to be able to like really help you with, or maybe you just don't vibe with me like that. That's some shit that got a little bit too intimate. All right, bitch, deuces. That's cool.
Cool. I've done that before.
Really? Now
I will say this: 6 months is fucking crazy. I would not be talking to nobody for 6 months and disappear. But in the situation I was in, we was talking for a little while. The thing is, it wasn't any real connection. It wasn't really like serious. It wasn't really a thing. It was just like very light, very casual. And I didn't have like deep intentions at the time. But when her parent passed, I felt like emotionally she was like clinging to me to try to get through it. And I was like, we don't have the foundation for that. So it's like, I felt like you're gonna fuck around and fall in love with me on some traumatic shit because you're going through this bullshit,
shit,
and I'm not going through this bullshit. That sounds crazy, but you're
you
going through this hard ass fucked up situation,
Yeah.
and like you're gonna like I don't know like trauma bond me, whatever you want to call it, but I might not feel the same on the other end of that because I'm not going through what you're going through. I'm trying to be here for you, but you're like kind of pressing the issue of what we got going on, and I felt like that was the wrong thing for her to be doing at the time.
But how did you do it though? Like, did you literally ghost her?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a ghost.
Because the way you asked the question makes it like you ghost. Like you dipped on me, but then you trying to come back around and spin a block. Boy, fuck you.
No, I wasn't a ghost. I kind of told her exactly that. Like, I'm like, man, you going through this. This is tough. I think that like you're trying to get through it by like clinging to me more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not gonna end well for us because we don't have that. Like, we're not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Were you confident? Well, never mind. No, I take that because I was gonna. It's funny because I find men speak a lot about like where y'all both are in certain situations.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you like, are you confident y'all weren't there or you just weren't there? But the
if
way
I
you
ain't
described
there, we
it,
ain't there.
No,
you there?
Facts. But that cannot be argued. I 100% agree with that. But I still like you can't tell another person how they feel. Like you can say you may feel this way, but I feel this way. But whatever,
yeah, for sure. So yeah, was that the last question? Did she ask hers and I asked mine? You can ask one more.
I feel like that was a great question though.
We're out.
That was an awesome question. Deciding if I want to.
This is really good. I didn't know you were this good of a podcaster, Sam.
You know what's funny? You said that to me before. We was working diamond shit. We was talking. He was like, "You're really good at this. You should be on da." So I felt like I had to chase Terry to get on here, and I'm like, "Damn, why I got to chase a nigga that told me I was good at conversation?"
You know what's crazy?
But
I have a really terrible memory, and I don't remember.
We were talking about that. Like we were talking about that.
I'm like, don't charge it.
I know. I don't take it personally.
You have to accept Terry.
Oh man.
Like even right now that we're having a conversation about you doing the podcast with Diamond, I don't remember the podcast.
Really?
I don't remember any of it.
I was the producer. I wasn't like on it with her. It was her podcast.
But you were talking. But I said you were.
But we had like a production mic in the back, and I was participating.
Oh yeah.
Or it might have been the day where I actually was a guest. It was me and her. It was me and Ty. We were guests.
I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pick. I got two. So one's kind of cliche. Do you believe in right person, wrong time?
Yes.
Or the other question, I damn don't want to do that one because you sound like you got some shit to say. The other one is, what's in a very important piece of advice you tell your child about dating?
These hoes ain't shit. No, it's fine. I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay. Right person, wrong time. Do you believe in it?
For my son dating, I'm gonna tell him this to the Terry Rosen podcast.
Nice plug.
Right place, wrong time. Timing is everything. And I say that because there's a woman who I met when I was younger, and she had a lot of values that, a lot of qualities that I value now that I didn't value then. So then I was looking for fun, maybe a girlfriend. I was in college, shit like that. And I didn't really, it was like good qualities about her. It was like, okay, that's cool, but it don't benefit me right now. Like, she was nurturing these things. I don't have anything for you to nurture. I don't have a kid. I don't have a house. Like,
none of this shit, need to be nurtured, but keep
like, none of that shit really mattered to me. It was just nice to see, right? So then when you get older and you do have like a certain level of alignment with, where you're supposed to be, and now you see that, I needed all of those things that this person had, and now I'm looking for those things, and it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like timing was everything. I met the right person at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? So
is this something you could spin a block on?
I don't. That's a situation that I just kind of like
learned your lesson.
Yeah, it's kind of like I would never press. Like if it came back around, then cool. But I ain't gonna say I would never press because I have pressed it before. But it's kind of like it's to the point now where it's just like, yeah, we need to just kind of go our separate ways.
Right person, wrong time. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'm supposed to answer the question either, but
go ahead.
I just feel like I see where you're coming from, but it's that tricky piece of life that's like when you want something, Well, no, you answered though, because to your point, you didn't value those things at the time, so you didn't want them. Because I'm looking at it like, especially from a man's perspective, like if it's some shit you want, you see the value in, you gonna get that shit. It don't matter what the fuck else you got going on in your life, who else you like. Y'all will switch up on anybody or anything for something you feel like you want, like, and that's very selfish. But sometimes selfish ain't a bad thing, right? But like, I don't know. I just feel like if it's the wrong time, is there ever really a wrong time? Because when is the time ever right? When is the right time to be a parent? When is the right time to get married? When is the it don't exist. Like, you just got to do it as some shit that's like you're ready for. Like, you create your right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see that to an extent when it comes to certain aspects of life, like parenting. That's definitely one. Like, I don't think you ever ready. It's certain shit that you could never
just never ready.
I
honestly don't think you're ever truly ready to be married. I think you can be ready to take the risk of marriage.
Yeah.
Because you're emotionally mature enough to like know how to show up for it or understand what may come from it. But ain't no rule book to none of this shit. So like,
yeah, it's certain shit. I agree with that in certain aspects. When it comes to that relationship aspect though, with certain people, I do think that, like, I say this, like, sometimes you're just different. Like, you're different as a person. So when I was this way, I was looking for these things, and that's what mattered because that's the space that I was in. I was looking to have fun more than stability. I was looking for sex more than consistency or things like that. Like, I'm like the same person I'm dating to the point that, like, I never realized that I could be around her all day and not be annoyed or irritated. Like, that never crossed my mind until I dated somebody else and I loved them but couldn't be around them for 24 hours straight because it was like they were just annoying. It was like, I gotta go home. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Like, I gotta go home. Like, I could probably never live with you type shit, but I fuck with you. You know, so it's like, but now, then when you get to a space where it's like, okay, you older, you ready to lock in and like live with a woman and you see the value of living with a woman and how easier that can make your life and all those things, it's just like, damn, I want to live with a motherfucker who I can live with. And it's hard to be around motherfuckers out there. So I don't know. I say that to say that, like, it's certain, I think you could be ready for things like attributes of people, traits of people, you know, certain qualities based on who you are. Like, if they align with who you are, as you're becoming who you're gonna be. We all just grow and go through different phases and shit. And like, once you kind of figure out who you are, then it's like, that's the right time to be with the person who aligns with that. Because it could be that same person. It's just,
I think as you're growing, it was something you just said, the exact wording I just fucking forgot, but it was like, as you're getting to where you want to go, like as you're growing into it, I think that's the most important piece, because it's also about being open. Like, a lot of people, I'm not even going to just say men, but like, I will see a lot of people like, well, this is who I am right now. Yeah, that's cool about you, but it don't align with where I am right now. But like, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying people should force themselves to change, but I think you should go through life being open to change, being open to growth. Because there may be a reason that this girl, whatever's so great about her, was there at this time that could have been, and that's not, you can't go back and rewind time. Like, your life is fine, I'm sure. But it's just like, if I'm right here, or if this person's right there, or if there's a man in front of me that's like, damn, this nigga kind of got everything that like I want my husband to have, but I feel like I don't give a fuck though. Like, I'm out here in these streets right now, or I'm doing whatever the case.
yeah.
Why am I not open to growth? Why am I not open to at least like exploring, could this be possible? Like, could it be worth it in this time right now?
I don't know that I want my wife to have that, because I don't know. I don't even think about having a wife or understand what that would be like or what it would take. So like, I'm seeing these qualities and I think they're cool, but I have no idea how to apply it to life. I'm just not there yet.
Which
you know
is
what I'm saying? So I'm not looking at it like, damn, this is a wife quality. I'm looking at it like, oh, that's cool. Like,
Good
I don't know what a wife quality is.
Good
Like,
you,
I'm not even there
like,
yet. Like,
want a cookie? Shit.
Yeah, so it's like, you get that later, like, damn, that shit was like, that was it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really overlooked that. But at the same time, it was no place for it in my life at that time. Because it didn't even if she wanted to apply that to my life, there was no way to apply it to my life, because the life I was living was just, that was completely irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
I think that makes perfect sense. I think I was just speaking to it more from a stance of like, there's people, and I've seen this, like, even especially like with some women I know, because they're afraid of whatever, whether it's letting their guard down or change, or afraid of getting played or whatever, there could be space in their life. Like, they have enough experience to know what certain qualities look like at their big age. And instead of being like, let me take this chance or let me do whatever work I need to do to be open to see where this could go, or like, damn, I was just gonna go pop some pussy on like my favorite nigga ever, but like he's toxic. I just do that for fun. I could not do that tonight and actually hang out with this guy that like treats me really well. There's still some women that's gonna run to the toxic because it's familiar, because it's for them it's safe. But that was an opportunity right there to grow and open the door and make this the right time.
Yeah.
You know, that's what
I've been there before too. Yeah. That's true. That's facts.
I think that's a great place to end because you said that's facts. You ain't had no argument.
Yeah.
Bring them home, boys.
All right. So as we wrap this up, don't forget, if you want to join the Roseland community, that you can DM me at Terry Roseland and get the link to the Discord. I'm going to put the first 100 people in the Discord for free. After that, you have to be in the Patreon to get the Discord. The Patreon is up, it's running. There's a lot of different tiers that offer a lot of different things. You know, it's all type of different stuff in the Patreon if y'all want to check that out. Shout out to Raimi. Raimi wrote all the questions. Every single question I asked was written by Raimi today. So Raimi, the writer, she's back. She's here. Well, she's not back. She's never left. She's here today. You know, Jody's here. The newest member of FC Network is here. Rail is here. And there's a few other people here today as well. But I think that's about it, man. Are we out? You want to tell them where to find you one more time?
Sure. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Sweet Cindy, Sweet, and then it's SIND. But my name is spelled with a C, so it's a little.
I thought it was Sweet Sind.
No, it's
Cindy. I get it now.
Yeah, it's because can sin be sweet? It's like my company, Morally Sinful Productions. I do this shit on purpose because can you be moral and sinful? Like, come find out. Welcome to Death Row, baby. Let me stop playing. I'm fucking with y'all. But yeah, find me on Instagram, Sweet Cindy. I feel like if there's anything for us to connect on business wise, whatever, you can find it there.
For sure. All right, man. We out.